Have you noticed how we humans can behave differently when we're in a crowd to when we're by ourselves? This is called a herd mentality or mob mentality because other people influence us and how we act. So, like a farmer who needs to guide his flock or his herd from one field to another, security officers need to know how to guide crowds. Let's review these procedures in Learning Byte 20, Crowd Control. Security officers may need to patrol large numbers or movement of people because of a special event or function, a protest or demonstration at or near your client's site, or even construction site works which require pedestrians to be redirected. So, if we're involved with crowd control, what do we need to remember? Let's look first at some standard procedures and look at these assigned duties. First of all, do this. Adhere. Stick with all the instructions. Be alert. Look out for any potential dangers and threats. And as always, communicate regularly with the control room. Stay in touch with your fellow officers. Let's see what this might mean for you on the job. In situations needing crowd control, officers could be assigned to different positions, such as static duty, or being positioned in a set location at access points also. It could involve screening and controlling entrances and exits. And this can include checking IDs and access passes and being familiar with restricted areas and what access is required to enter those areas. Officers could also be roaming, that is, moving between different locations, or on a relieving duty, taking over from other officers when they're on breaks. Now let's think about preparing for crowd control. Before the event, when you're assigned to your duty, take note of the location of emergency procedures, fire exits and whip phones. Know the location of other officers involved in crowd control duty. Where will they be stationed? Then, carefully review the procedures for helping people in case of an emergency. Now, something easily forgotten is to identify areas on your site with poor transmission. We sometimes call them black spots or areas with limited coverage. Discuss this with your control room to work out what can be done to maintain contact. We really don't want to be caught in a difficult situation and not be able to get through to the control room. Let's now look at handling dangerous situations. While carrying out your duty, you'll need to be alert to situations that could escalate into potential harm or danger. This could include people victimising or harassing others, those frustrated or disoriented, people becoming intoxicated, that is drunk or aggressive, or it could be someone trying to enter a restricted or prohibited area. Remember that just your presence or offer of assistance could stop a situation getting worse. Whenever possible, try a non-violent response and always contact the control room if you need more assistance. As a final reminder, during an emergency, ensure people are directed to the nearest and safest exit. As always, keep in contact with the control room and listen for any transmitted directions, announcements or warnings. In summary, what do you need to do? Follow the instructions and cooperate with the setup. Be ready to respond to any dangers and stay in contact by communicating with the control room. Thanks for listening to our Learning Byte on crowd control. Don't forget to complete the short test below, and as always, we'd love to hear what you think, so send an email to remember@learningsphere.com.au with your thoughts.